Hi, and welcome to my new Crusader Kings series around Jarl Haesteinn of Montagu. I'm Icon, and we're going to follow this story in the Ironman mode, and it's taking place in the year 867, so it's one of those early adventures, and I will follow this game with a few ideas in mind, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it with me together. So the basic idea is always for me with games like these, I'm going to strike my decisions according to the characters who are just like in charge right now. So this guy is a very militaristic leader, so we're going to take things by force, but more of that later. And the other thing here is about the goal of this series. I'm going to depend on you, my friends, while you're watching this. So the comments down below will forge the path of this series, where we're going to head. And if I stop getting any input from you friends, then I'm going to play this as long as it's fun and then head over to the next project. So overall, it's Ironman, so we have to live with our decisions, and I've already taken a really short look around. And yeah, with the beginning of this episode, we're going to dive into this adventure and see what future lies there for this dynasty. So before we begin, there are a few things that are always worth to look at, and that's first off your personal dynasty. And I am my dynasty, so that's always a good thing to begin with. And then it's always a good thing to look at the faith, because faiths have really different ideas of how life is going to be taken. So ancestor worship. So we do like our close family in general. Okay. We get prestige from splendor, and okay, that's not really important to know, but look at that. I mean, executions. Due to the human sacrifice culture of our religion, we can earn piety by executing people, and grants the raid for captive casus belli against neighboring realms. That's quite grim. And we have the warmonger religion trade, and okay, so, well, I guess that makes it easy to declare wars, eh? Rulers have a conquest casus belli against neighboring rulers. Prestigious rulers can use an invasion casus belli once per lifetime. Okay, head of faith can declare great holy wars, provided this faith is organized. Great Norse Church. Members of the clergy can serve as commanders or champions. Sins: to be deceitful, craven, or forgiving. Every religion has its own set of virtues and sins. Here, wrathful, brave, and vengeful are all things these people like. We're male-dominated, pluralist. What does that mean? It's utter folly to say that there's only one interpretation of a divine will. Okay, they are not a dominant religion, and temple holdings are leased out to their holder's realm priest, alright, who serves them as a theocratic vessel. That's also very important to know. Marriage type, character can only have one spouse, but we are allowed to have up to 3 concubines. Awesome. We can always divorce. Bastardry is, bastards can be legitimized by the house head or dynasty head. Dynasty head, sir. Cousin marriage is allowed. Yikes. Same-sex relations are criminal. Deviancy is criminal. Female adultery, witchcraft, close kinslaying. Well, nothing too surprising here. Although the human sacrifice thing here really surprised me. So what are the holy sites of our faith? Always interesting to check that out too, if there's anything available anywhere. But that's Norway. That's wait a sec, that was the wrong button. Okay. Minden. Where is that? Oh, far away. But that's not so far away. You see, if we would chop our way all up to the coast, it would be possible. Never mind. Enough of the religious diving. Let's head back into our Norse culture and see what we can already do. We have barracks, we have mustering grounds, we have quilted armor, we have currency, we have these, and we have longships. That's a special one for our culture. Does that do? Embarkation cost minus 75%. Oh my god. I'm rich, I'm prestigious, and I can raid over the seas very, very effectively. Okay, let's get back to our home area. So this here is all mine for the taking. The very nice thing about Haesteinn of Montaigu is we start with 3,000 special soldiers. These special soldiers are heavy infantry, so they counter spearmen, and I have 1,500 of those. Will stand down on succession. Alright, I should use them. Damn, it's a problem. Do I read that right? They will go after he dies. Stand down? Do I interpret? Do I understand that right? Whatever. I'm also having a ton of money at my disposal. That's very, very interesting to know as well. So more men-at-arms are recruitable for me. With that amount of prestige, it's also quite easy to wage war on lots and lots of people. So let's check out our council. I really like to get a firm grip over my environment and my resources before I even unpause the game, because once time flies, you better know what you're around. So no lifestyle. Well, this man with 26 martial skill points should definitely go down that road. Going to go for the authority focus, because authority increases your control, and since I'm aiming on conquering a lot, control will be a very, very low stat all across my realm. I'm pretty sure about that. My wife will assist me with chivalry, so we're going to pump up that even more. I now understand why the game flagged to start with the easy rating, because with that kind of army at my back, I feel pretty unstoppable. And I should, because if you look over here, the Kingdom of West Francia has only 1,400 levies at its disposal. I mean, sure, they could raise some men-at-arms, but if I would start waging war on them right now, I could take down the whole king's army without problems. So, I mean, overall, you should always check out these numbers. These are the really important numbers, but we are on a low age, and we are friggin' Vikings invading Europe, Central Europe. But I aim for my personal goal. I feel like, let's check it out. What are his traits? He's lustful, all right, ambitious, and greedy. So I think that's the kind of person which tries to conquer. Ambitious and greedy people want to keep something for a longer lasting time. I think conquering Brittany will be the easiest way to just achieve some patch of land, but there's on the other side West Francia lying open to me, and man, I should really use those special soldiers as long as I have them. So I think I'm going to conquer Brittany anyways, though, as first step, because to me, I'm not sure if my road will go towards West Francia, or if we're not looking at these juicy English split up holdings that are here, not under a firm banner unified, but here Cornwall, Wessex, they're all split up and measly. So, like I said before, it's our story to forge, and I'm very, very open to hear your ideas of what we're going to do. For today's episode, my war will go towards Brittany, because that's for sure the first step we're going to take. So, the holdings in Montaigu. Let's check out our little county here. I'm having Talmont with no holdings, and Mollevre with no holdings as well. Montaigu is only a castle, which I've struck down here. So this county here is on its own quite empty and not too lucrative at all. But we're going to wage war now. So is there anything else to know? I should check out my siblings. I have a spouse. And what's with my son? He's 7 years old, and well, I'm going to wait with marriage to with him until he's old enough to actually take the vows. And yeah, there's also the question about religion in the future. Will we stay with the Norse faith, or will we go and become Catholics one day? I mean, let's see. What are major decisions to take? Strengthen bloodline. So we would gain the strong blood. What's that? Chance of inheriting. Okay, that's just a alright. Restore the Dane law. You get the nickname the Dane. So where would that be? That kingdom. So it would be sitting right here. I see. So the way over to England? That sounds like fun too. Convert to local culture. Yeah. You adopt to French culture. This would be just settling down. I really have a hard time on deciding on that, but first let us raid the people of Brittany. So this guy, we're going to invade the kingdom. What's that? You seize all titles. Conquer the duchy. Regain the contested title. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Raiding for captives is something we're going to do at some other point. But let's start out with a good old-fashioned war. My dynasty is very small. I'm literally only me, my wife, and my son invading this place. So we might as well start conquering. So let's raise the armies and have some fun. So, my glory is widely known. Yeah, that's understandable. My level of fame is a living legend right now. What a fun start. I mean, you're living the big life here. We're just invading them now. Let's go. Well, this army is not as small as I thought it would be, but I don't think they stand any chance against us here. We captured the Count Pascuchen of Vaughan. Where's that? The neighbors here. I see, I see. I'm gonna think about what to do with this friend once we've captured this area here. Alright. Although, maybe not. Let's just turn down the speed. And, there. So, what can I do with this man? I can ransom him for some money, sure. I could negotiate his release, sure. I could execute him. And, these people will hate me for that. We will gain dread and piety. And, well, the Catholicism, we consider them evil, they consider us evil. Now, let's be evil? I mean, oh man. Hard time on deciding that, so he's going to be spared yet for another day. I'm considering even splitting up my armies at this point. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I mean, I wouldn't really lose much by that. I'm strong enough to wage wars with several targets at once, but since my goal is now, for me personally, set towards domination somewhat, I don't want to wage too many wars at once, so I'm not endorsed by my Godi. I mean, the unreformed. So, Who are you actually, man? What's your conviction? He's a Norse man too. Why does he hate me so much? I don't understand it. Unreformed. Does this mean my religion is unreformed, so it's unruly by definition? Is that the thing? I understand it like that. But maybe I should burn that guy from the neighboring county there. So we now control Nantes. I mean, I could just keep on plundering here, but my main interest here is he will not accept. He will not accept. Okay, then he has to bleed some more. No problem. Oh, my wife has given me a gift. Troops. I'm going to take that as a personal guard because I have already so many troops. And I feel like that's something that feels like a proper role-playing decision for me. So if anything happens here, I'm going to split this army in half. Because I am ready to do something. Alright. We gained additional taxes. Good job, Leon. What is your thing? You're Catholic, I see. Well, I could demand his conversion, but I don't want to play around religious things like these too much before we have found a direction. And with the direction of this series, it's a part of first come, first serve, and of course it has to fit the story here. So, are these guys really trying to attack me? Okay. Going to split over one part of the army there. So, wait a sec, that didn't work. So I want to order you to get over here, but somehow I see that's not what I want to have. Maybe this was just a but for some reason both armies are moving, and that's not what I wanted to achieve with this army split. That's weird. Ah, now I found the right button. So we got the dispute at the camp. Ive and Edward are disputing. Okay, so I could just whip them for delinquency, but I'm going to ignore these guys just with having their fight. And the first army of Montaigu stays here. So that's how we work it. There we go. Just had the wrong button, and now we have to take that siege all over again. Of course, I hate it when that happens, but okay. Paradox games do that to me. And whenever I feel like I've understood how they work, there comes a little feature that has to be worked around specifically, but that was just the right button there. So this meant this little merging thingy here, these tags meant that these armies were merged. So they're going to try and swoop through here from time to time, and I don't want them to. So I want to have, you see, it was a good idea to split off my army. They're trying some kind of shenanigans here, but let them. We are aware. Gonna take the fact that the siege is going slower now, because these guys are just waiting here and trying to invade us from the flank. Smart thug, but I'm not attacking him here either, because the best way to win this war is just to wear them down and enforce my demands. There we go. To the lecherous Count Haesteinn, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Thank you. Okay. So we're now way over our holding limit, and that means we need to give things away and vassalize areas, but that's perfectly fine to me. So let's check out the things. All right, so with this will reduce my taxes and levies. All right, we can live with that burden for some time. We're going to see that we're finding people at our court which are worthy. So that's another decision we go for here. Champions. Well, claimants would be better, but I think I can't. Yeah, I can only invite champions. But that's okay. I mean, after all, we're founding a dynasty, and that means we have to pick and search. We have to search and pick the best people here that we can get, and we're still able to. Well, I already have a lot of champions, but once I bring some champion into my vassal ship, they're no longer my champions. I think that's how it works around. Or wait a sec, we can check that out. So well, they can be my vessels and my champions. That's wrong. Okay. So it's not really an interesting thing to recruit more champions for now. Then I have 3 vessels expecting council positions. Yeah, that's the price of conquering, you know. But I think having this area here under my control is something I want to have. So we're going to disband our armies now. That's the next step we take. And we have taken the Pasquetin into into a prison ship. Let's see what we can do out of that. That's the where were they reigning again? Let's check that out again. Court. Prisoners. A lot of people here at Van. But where is Van? No, that's the... So here. This guy is having... Ah, these are the locals, I see. So, Pasquetin has a claim on this, on Leon as well. But I think I'm going to cut episode 1 a little bit shorter than the forthcoming, because I feel like I'm standing here pretty much at a crossroads with a lot of different decisions to take, and I wanted to take a first step into domination. I don't even know if I'm going to conquer Leon by force or otherwise. I'm very, very curious to how we're going to continue, and eager to hear your voices as well. And apart from that, if I'm not hearing any voices, I'm going to listen to my own voice, and that's going to be fun as well. So don't worry. I think we're on a really, really good path. I personally tend to drop the Norse religion at some point because, well, I don't want to sound mean here, but this religion will find an end at some point anyways. But I don't know. I'm open for a all Norse reformation as well. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for watching. I guess that seals the deal for today's for the first episode. And on the next one, we're going to decide where the road will go. More domination towards England, toppling the West Frankians. I have to think a little bit about that before I proceed. So leave a like on this video if you want to support its visibility on the YouTube search algorithm a little bit, and leave a subscription on the channel if you like what you saw, and or check out my other content there. Plenty of other strategy gaming there. But whatever you do or don't do, I don't mind at all. I wish you a wonderful time, and I hope we're going to see each other again. Until then, goodbye.